Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am perhaps foolishly driving a 1986 Toyota pickup. Up front is a 2.4 liter inline 4 and down below is a 5-speed manual transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this Toyota pickup because it is worse for wear. This has lived an incredibly hard life and it doesn't really see public roads much anymore. And so today we're going to be giving this vehicle a little bit of sunshine when it's had mostly, as of recent, cloudy days. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle and have it reviewed here on the channel, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. And if you'd like to see all my videos weeks or sometimes months in advance, you can head on over to my Patreon for only $5 a month. But let's get back to that 22R under the hood. Well, it is a 2.4 liter, and this is an incredibly, and I mean incredibly reliable engine. Now, because it is the 22R, it is carbureted, where the 22RE was the fuel injected model. That E meant electronic fuel injection. I don't really know what the R stands for, but I'm gonna have to assume it means reliable because these are very, very reliable. Now, like I said, paired to it is a 5-speed manual. For as decrepit as the truck is, the manual feels great, and I absolutely love that. It's very notchy into gear, very satisfying, and it still works so well. Last but not least about the drivetrain, this is the 2-wheel drive variant. So how does it feel to drive the Toyota pickup from 1986? Well, this one is rusting and withering away. So driving it down the road, I might as well have sat myself on a wet piece of paper. The suspension has no idea what it's doing anymore. It doesn't really sit properly on the road. There's a lot of steering input just to go straight. Some rattles are tolerable. Others feel like spankings from mom. It's no good. It doesn't ride or drive nice. Now, I've driven nicer versions of these and they actually drive really, really well. This particular one just has seen a lot better days. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 3 simple gauges. Off to the left is the temperature, in the center is the speedometer, and off to the right is fuel. Nothing on the steering wheel except for the horn, which doesn't work! Dang it. Off to the left is a climate vent. On the doors, a crank for the window, along with the latch you get in and out. I do really like this two-tone brown. I think that's a nice little touch. And moving into the center, we have 2 climate vents and the climate controls. This was not a factory AC truck, so we do have venting, but no actual air conditioning. You can see this little block-off button where the AC button would have been. Then we do have an ashtray, cigarette lighter, and the original Toyota radio with a little cassette player. Love to see that. We get some cubby space and the shifter. The shifter is floor mounted. It's doing its best. And like I said, feels great, but time has not been kind to it. Now, unfortunately, the interior does not have any cup holders, so it fails the big friggin' bottle test, but that's okay. I'm not even mad. Now, the seats are actually very comfortable. Even still, after 245,000 miles, the seats are very comfy, and I always love this little cutout for the manual shifter in the middle. I think that's fun. It's cute, it's interesting, and honestly, I could sit in here all day if it wasn't so gosh darn hot. Now, this Toyota pickup does have the extra cab on the back. Now, thankfully for me, there are no seats back there, but it did give you a little bit of extra space to put your belongings, hunting gear, things like that, when you were going out and about. Now, we don't have a trunk, but we do have a bed. And as we walk around, as you'll notice, I can call it a bed in name only. In functionality, it's a tetanus factory. It has shown and worn through in so many spots. It is not structurally sound to put basically anything in the back there. But hey, here's the bed if you wanted to see it. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I do love the fact that it is brown on brown on brown on brown. So 80s to me, and yet so simple. I don't know why people in the 80s thought brown was a cool color. It's not. Never was, never will be, but I love the retroness of it. I love seeing that people did think that brown was a cool, appealing color. And I guess it is simple and it's different than black, gray, or white. So it does have a little bit of differentiality to it, but honestly, I don't think that's worth it. The brown juice ain't worth the squeeze. I wish I didn't say that. But now let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving this 1986 Toyota pickup. Well, this truck has a story to tell. I don't know that story. Unfortunately, it can't talk, so it can't tell me. But this has lived a very, very long, very hard life. It has been left outside, and now it has been relegated to farm use. This runs around a little farm down here in Indiana, and it will live out its days doing so. But I think that's what makes this truck so great. This engine and powertrain are outliving the body, because mechanically, this thing is pretty sound. The body is literally rotting off of it. It's like that 90-year-old. They say, oh, you know, he's as sharp as a tack. Yeah, but his body's failing. He can't really walk anymore. He stands with a hunchback, but his mind is sharp. This truck's mind is sharp, but the body has failed it. Toyota has rust issues. They've had rust issues for many, many years. But that's how good the powertrain is. Even when the world around it crumbles, it still does its job. It's still doing what it set out to do all those years ago. It's still trudging along. Maybe not at the same pace it used to, but it won't stop. It refuses to stop. And so the death of this truck, which is probably imminent, is going to be because of the body or the suspension. That motor will not be the first thing to go, and that motor will not be the reason that this goes to a junkyard. I tip my cap to this truck. I wish I could be so mentally secure, but alas, there's a day coming for this Toyota pickup, but it ain't today. You know, I'd like to see Jay Leno or Doug DeMuro drive a truck like this. You won't see that on those channels. That's why you come to Shooting Cars, baby. All right, that was quite the backfire. I'm good on that. You know, it's funny, as I'm making these points, just in a random field, there's an old Dodge truck. It says where memories are made on the hood. I think this truck is gonna get a similar fate to that one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to John for letting me borrow his Toyota pickup for today's video. I've reviewed several of his other vehicles, a lot better maintained and a lot more life in them than this one. But John's been super great to work with. He has a wonderful family, and I wish them nothing but the best, and I'll be sure to visit next time I'm here in central Indiana. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.